Hello, and welcome to the week 4 edition of my Developing New Worlds vlog that I'm doing for my integrative learning activity this month. If you're wondering where week 3 went, A, I forgot to do it, and B, I didn't have time to do it because I was so busy doing my research for my week 3 assignment that I just got caught up in doing my research and forgot to film my vlog. And I didn't get my vlog done for. I was gonna do my vlog earlier in the week. I'm filming this on a Sunday, but once again, I was spreading my workload out throughout the week and put my project first, and this ended up coming after I finished my project. So here I am getting it done now, and there's a pretty decent amount for that I could talk about because I've got 2 weeks of work that I've done that I could base whatever I'm talking about off of. Um, so I guess I'll start with my research. I found it surprisingly difficult, actually. I ended up, I needed 30 sources. I believe I ended up doing 6 in one day, 9 in the next, so that left me with 15, and then I did the other 15 all in a single day. And I don't recommend doing it almost all at once like that because I did it 3 days in a row. I should have spread it out better. I didn't. Um, but some of it ended up being pretty difficult because the categories I chose for myself, or at least one of them, was pretty difficult, and that was the Japanese culture. And so, for those of you that don't know, the assignment I'm doing, or did last week, required that I find 6 different sources or 5 different sources for 6 different topics. And my story is set in post-apocalyptic Tokyo, so I was like, hey, I need to learn more about Japanese culture. Believe it or not, there's not that much on the internet about Japanese culture, or at least from like hard copy sources that felt trustworthy to me. I didn't really find that many. So it really took some scrounging around for me to find sources that I trusted. And compiling the research into the document that thankfully we were given a template, so it wasn't that difficult to put all the research together. But finding all the sources and everything was definitely some work. I ended up enjoying it though because I learned a pretty decent amount. Like I learned that the filter on a gas mask can last from 3 to 4 hours. I always kind of assumed it wasn't very long, especially because I was just coming off playing the Metro games where all the filters are terrible and only last 5 minutes. So to be fair, that's the only thing I had to go off of. But so I learned some pretty interesting facts during my research process. But it was definitely pretty stressful because I suddenly packed all of my workload in all at once. So I was pretty glad when that phase of the month was over and I could move on into actually making my project. So this week, I actually got to get around to making my story Bible, which, for those who don't know, is essentially a collection of information about a story. So it's got the story premise, it has biographies for the main characters, it's got biographies for any important supporting characters, it's got information about locations, and all sorts of other stuff in there. And I actually got around to making that this week, and I just finished that probably like half an hour, 15 minutes ago, something in between there. And I was pretty glad to have it done. It was also a lot of work and a little stressful to do, but I enjoyed it because it's my world. And to be fair, the research was kind of like that too, in that I wasn't being forced to research something I didn't care about. So that was nice. I actually got to research like things I wanted to learn more about and things that I even needed to learn more about to make the world that I like and want to show people. So that was one thing I think that this project really has going for it, and this whole month in Full Sail's curriculum that has going for it is that everything you do is based on something that you create and something that you are passionate about. And there were some essays in my English comp class in high school that I didn't enjoy that much because I had to write about something I didn't care about. And I think everybody kind of has that problem when it comes to writing. Even people who aren't writers probably find it easier to write about something that they care about. I think that's just a general thing. But this month was a lot different. At least it felt different to me. I enjoyed writing, researching and writing about everything a lot more, and I think that made it a lot easier. Overall, I think I've really enjoyed creating my own world and especially developing my characters more because, like I said in my last vlog, or maybe I didn't say it, but I'd never really gone in depth with creating a character before. I'd never had a sheet dedicated that gave me detail by detail, line by line about what this character would do in this situation and what they would do here. I had never done that before, and I really, really liked it. And now I think it allows me to think about my characters, even in future stories, from a broader yet more specific sense. So I think I will be able to keep my characters having steady personalities and know what they will do in certain situations and enjoy writing my own characters more because honestly I felt that my characters before were sometimes kind of boring and not all that entertaining, and I didn't think that I was very good at writing characters. They were always kind of pretty bland and samey, and to be fair, the main protagonist is still kind of samey, but I definitely went more in depth with him than I ever have before in the past. Regardless, I think that this month, all of the assignments and research and everything that I did for my project was really good for my writing abilities as a whole, both in teaching me how to conduct and compile research, how to develop a world myself from scratch and characters in that world from scratch, and how to just have fun doing all these things that sound so mundane and or difficult to do. Because that was how I went into this class, honestly. I went into this class like thinking that this was going to be super difficult, and to be fair, it was. But it wasn't the kind of difficulty I was expecting. It was the kind of difficulty that I really enjoyed, and I'm glad that I had the experience of being in it. And I think that my writing will be better off both in the short term and in the long term. Down the line, my future career, I think I'll be able to create better worlds, better characters, and better stories that people will be able to enjoy for a long time. So, I hope I didn't ramble on too much. Thank you all for watching, and I haven't decided if I'm going to continue some sort of vlog series after this class is over, just because it's kind of nice talking to a camera like this, especially because I don't put too much weight on it or don't write a script. I just kind of get to talk to a camera. But I think that's about all I have to say for now. Once again, thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys next time. See ya.